Hi, I am Stacey Agatha. On February 17 and 18, 2026, millions of people opened YouTube and found silence. No videos, no suggestions, just a strange message staring back at them. So what truly failed? Was it a mistake, a design weakness, or a warning of something bigger? Stay with me, because what you're about to hear explains not only what happened, but what could happen again on any platform you trust every day.
On February 17th and 18th, 2026, children, parents, teachers, gamers, and even news reporters opened YouTube, and nothing worked. The pictures did not load. The search showed empty space. The homepage looked like a blank wall. Many people thought, maybe my internet is broken. But it was not. The problem was much deeper. Think of YouTube like a huge city made of computers. One group of computers stores videos. Another group finds videos. Another group decides which video you should see. That last group is called the recommendation system. It is like a smart librarian who knows what you like. If you watch cartoons, then it shows cartoons. If you watch football, then it shows football. But that night, the librarian got confused. The problem was not a broken wire. It was a tiny mistake inside instructions. Computers follow step-by-step rules called code. One small change in code can spread everywhere in seconds. Engineers had updated the system earlier that day. The update tried to make suggestions faster and smarter, but something unexpected happened. The system asked, "Show videos this person may like." The database answered, "I cannot understand your question." Why? Because the new code spoke a slightly different language than the older database servers. Not wrong, just mismatched. Like asking, "Please hand me the blue car," but the worker only understands, "Bring vehicle colour blue." Both mean the same, but the computer needs exact words. The recommendation system began sending impossible requests. The servers did not crash. They simply refused to answer. So YouTube still had videos, but it no longer knew how to show them. That is why direct links sometimes worked, but the homepage did not. Modern platforms are connected like spider webs. YouTube depends on systems inside Google data centers. Those centers use shared identity, storage, and traffic tools. When the suggestion service stopped responding, pages waited for answers. Waiting created traffic lines. Traffic lines slowed other services. Errors multiplied. It looked like a total shutdown, but really it was a traffic jam, not a crash. A congestion collapse. How engineers fixed it. People imagine a big red button fix. In reality, it is careful detective work. Step 1, freeze the spread. Engineers stopped the new update from reaching more servers. They call this a rollback, going back to yesterday's working brain. Step 2, find the conversation failure. They compared logs, computer diaries. Every server records what it says and hears. They noticed millions of messages ending with invalid response format. That meant machines were speaking different rule versions. Step 3, patch translator. Instead of rebuilding the world, they built a translator. A small adapter was added so old servers could understand new requests. Step 4, slowly wake the city. They did not turn everything on at once. They restored regions one by one. Test servers, small user groups, then the whole world. After about 2 hours, videos returned. Why this will happen again? Many people think outages happen only when something breaks. Actually, outages happen when systems grow too complex. Today's platforms are not single machines. They are millions of computers acting like one brain. Even a perfect change can fail because different servers update at different times. Cached data remembers old rules. Networks delay messages. Artificial intelligence models behave unpredictably. So the danger is not mistakes alone, it is scale. The same type of failure has already happened in other places. Facebook once disappeared worldwide after routing instructions vanished. Cloudflare caused many websites to fail from a single filtering rule. Amazon Web Services outages have stopped apps, banks, and smart homes. One shared idea connects them all. The internet is many systems pretending to be one. If one important thinking part stops answering, everything waits. The outage was not just a bug. It revealed how modern life works. We do not only use the internet, we now live inside it. School lessons, business meetings, music, news, friendship, memory. all depend on invisible machines talking perfectly, and perfection does not exist in complex systems. The question is not, will it happen again? The true question is, how often and how big? Engineers design safety layers, backups, and isolation zones, but every new smart feature adds new connections. More intelligence leads to more convenience. More convenience leads to more dependency. More dependency, arrow bigger impact. The night videos disappeared was short, but it showed a future risk. One silent algorithm can pause the world. So when screens suddenly stop working, it may not be your phone, not your network, not even the platform. Sometimes, deep inside a data center, two machines simply stopped understanding each other, and the whole planet noticed. On that day, many people tried to open YouTube and saw an error message that said, "Something went wrong." This message showed up instead of the usual videos. People could not watch the homepage videos, and many features did not load properly. This made lots of people confused and upset because they could not watch their favourite videos, cartoons, or lessons online. Even though some parts of YouTube were still working, like direct video links or videos you had already watched, the main parts like the homepage, recommendations, and search did not show the videos like normal. YouTube said the problem was caused by an issue with its recommendation system. The recommendation system is like a helper inside YouTube that figures out what videos to show you next. It picks videos you might enjoy based on what you watched before. When this system stopped working, YouTube could not show new videos or suggestions on the homepage. The videos were still saved on the system, and YouTube did not lose them. They were just hard to find because the parts of YouTube that helps people discover videos were not working well at first. People began noticing the problem at around 8 p.m. Eastern Time, ET, on February 17th, 2026. That is in the evening in the United States and late at night in many other places around the world. The error messages started showing up at that time and spread quickly. The problem lasted for about 2 hours. YouTube worked hard to fix the issue, and by around 10 p.m. Eastern Time, ET, that same night, YouTube announced that the outage was fixed and that the service was back to normal. This means people could once again watch videos, see their recommendations, and use all parts of YouTube like before. So the outage has stopped already. YouTube is working normally now, and most people can use it again without the error message. During the outage, people around the world talked about the problem on social media. Many users posted funny comments or memes because they could not watch videos they had planned to see. This made the outage very famous online for a short time while it was happening. In short, the YouTube outage was a temporary problem caused by a bug in the system that helps decide what videos to show. It started in the evening, lasted a couple of hours, and then stopped when YouTube fixed it. When the big video platform YouTube suddenly stopped working, people around the world felt it almost immediately. Because millions of people use it every hour, the effect spread very fast, like turning off electricity in a huge city. 1. People could not watch or learn. Many children, students, and workers use YouTube to learn things every day: school lessons, cooking, repairs, and news. During the outage, videos would not open, live streams stopped, and the homepage showed errors, so learning suddenly paused. For some people, it was their evening routine. They felt confused because the app kept saying something was wrong. On internet reports, more than 240,000 users in the United States alone reported problems, and hundreds of thousands more across the world. 2. Creators lost money. Many creators earn money every minute from views, ads, and live streams. When the platform stopped, live streams ended, ads did not play, views stopped counting, so income stopped too, even though it was not their fault. For full-time creators, even a short outage can mean a serious financial loss. 3. Businesses and news slowed down. Companies that advertise products depend on YouTube videos to reach customers. During the outage, ads were not seen. Product launches were delayed. Tutorials and announcements failed. News channels also could not broadcast live updates, which made people look for information elsewhere. 4. Global confusion and panic. Because the outage happened worldwide, many users thought their phone was broken, their internet had died, their account was hacked. At the peak, over 300,000 plus outage reports were recorded globally. Countries affected included United States, India, United Kingdom, Australia, Mexico, and many other regions where the service is popular. The positive effects include 1. People talked more in real life. Without videos playing, many people spoke to family, rested their eyes, did offline activities. Some joked online, using other apps, about finally touching grass or going outside. 2. Other platforms grew. When one big platform stopped, people quickly moved to messaging apps, social media, TV, so smaller platforms got more visitors than usual. 3. Reminder not to depend on one service. The outage taught creators and businesses an important lesson. Never rely on only one platform. Many began planning backups like websites, newsletters, and multiple social accounts. It caused frustration, financial loss, and confusion, but also gave people a break from screens and showed how powerful online platforms have become in everyday life. In short, one website stopping for a short time was enough to disturb the entire digital world.
And that brings us to the end of today's report. What looked like a small error on a screen turned out to be a deep lesson about the invisible systems guiding our daily lives. The videos returned, the messages disappeared, but the questions it raised about how much we depend on these digital worlds remain very real. If you value clear explanations, honest investigations, and stories that go beyond the surface, you're in the right place. This is the Orbit Updates, where we don't just report what happened, we uncover why it matters. I am Stacey Agatha. Thank you for watching and stay informed.